matchup with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce. It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's brought in left side by Tate.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. It's Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Mo Alley-Cox in his 4th season now in the NFL had 31 catches for the Colts last year. Really starting to develop into an excellent target downfield. And there he picks up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. They go play action now. Ryan escaping the pressure right. This goes out right to Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Play action. Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Ryan will throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Doyle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. I got one.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mills now.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. When the season began, the Colts went through a 3-man shuffle about who would emerge as the lead running back for them. It turned out to be Jonathan Taylor, the rookie out of Wisconsin. But when they needed a pass catcher out of the backfield, it was Nyheim Hines. 63 catches, 3rd most by a running back in the NFL.
On 1st down, Taylor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Ryan to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Flush to his right. Ryan avoiding the hit at the end as he'll slide down with a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. To the right side, this is Taylor. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's got Jack Doyle, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff. This is Gordon.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mills on first down. He'll find the rookie from Michigan, Nico Collins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and 3. Now Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
Touchdown!
Nico Collins.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Escaping the pressure right. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Ryan. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
You ain't going nowhere. 51, Sam! 11.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
I'm going back to you.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, it's Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Off the play fake, Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Throw to the right here to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run on first down. Gordon.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 17, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Touchdown, Texans.
Brevin Jordan.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Play action. It's Ryan.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Here's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 1st down throw for Mills. He's got Jordan complete right side.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Mills.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
He gets it to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills.
It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Third and short yardage, Mills. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Able to push his way through. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 15.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Quick throw to Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And Ryan's throw complete here to Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Ryan. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's got Jack Doyle, and he's got this down to the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now it's Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". I'm coming, I'm coming.
Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Watch the out.
Now Ryan. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
73 yards on the ground for him so far.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they will take a knee here. So Houston going to come away here with the victory.